Okay. Hey. Here I am. Well, here I am. And yeah, let me boot up the game. And collect my thoughts on how we left off 2 days ago. Oh, nice. And continue. Yeah. Not too much been going on for me the last couple of days. Obviously, a couple of news all around the internet, all kinds of topics and spheres. In the second part of the internet, I'm just practicing my own yapping skills while playing a course game like this. And I turned down the in-game music in a bit. Right. Yeah, because it might have been a little bit too loud last time. Hope it's better now. And let's take a look around. There we are. How we left off. And yeah, basically this is what the desert looked like before. It still does behind us. But this is what our base looks like now. You can already see some color setting in. Hoping to get even more color in. Oh, speaking of, well, this isn't quite news, so to speak, but one thing I do quite often, at least once a week, is I take a look at, well, not at least once a week, but quite often, don't know how many times exactly, is taking a look at the Steam release schedule, looking at upcoming games and demos. If there's a Steam sales event, I usually take a look around. And yeah, there have been some games that released recently and that are coming up that I'm interested in. So yeah, there might be one of them as well, like a puzzle game where you make your own magic, in a few words. This one that I'm interested in, and it released recently. But then there's also an announcement. I don't know if it was a demo or just an announcement for a game called Solarpunk by a small German indie studio, 2 guys I believe, and that looked interesting. Obviously Solarpunk, something I talked about before, an interesting topic I think. And yeah, I kind of had to think about how curious it is that I'm restarting this old game, Wildmender, because of its Solarpunk aesthetics. And then, just as I got into the vibe again of playing games like this, their game announcement like it. Or, yeah, this genre expanding, which makes me happy. And yeah, it's basically what TikTok is recommending to me a lot these days as well. Solar punk things. Oh, thirsty. Yeah, I made my tea. I have a cup of it in front of me. It's still hot. Drinkable. Take a quest log. Yeah. I think there were even more games, but they don't come to mind right now. More games that would fit into that genre of desert, open world survival, but cozy. I played the demo for the Regreening, which was, I believe, in the last Steam Next Fest, or it was like a demo playable not too long ago. And yeah, I'm hoping for even more games like that. And yeah, if you knows any more games that would fit that style, I'm always open for recommendations. Happy to play more games like it. This looks like a place that would be really nice to turn into a river. There's a natural path already along this line, but the next water source is quite far away. So there's a water source up there, maybe? And there's this water source, but I don't have the mana to activate them yet, at the moment. Actually, let's go back to base and collect some mana. I'm just surfing around. And yeah, and exactly if I'm talking about open world desert survival games, I obviously don't mean games like Beyond, but yeah, I'm owning in on the cozy aspect of it a little bit. Get need this item, which I get from the new spirits that fly around sometimes. Alright. Expanded the spring expansion, or did the spring expansion 5 times out of 5. So there's probably a lot more water coming out of it now. Curious to see if I'm drowning any of the plants or where the water will flow, because sometimes you don't know where it's going to swap over. And the acorn. I'd rather wait until I find different kind of acorn that's more rare. It's up there. I don't know. Maybe something on the tree. Oh, that's the revealed ghost? Okay, let's go there. Then, and now that we have mana, if we see a spring in our way, we can reactivate it. Just taking in the side. And yeah, there's something about playing games slowly and at your own pace. That's something that I noticed with other content creators. That I learned from other content creators, because I used to be very tryhard, both in competitive games but also even in single player games. I always try to optimize things, maybe too much, or not just optimize but doing all the things correctly, quote unquote. And then I watched a couple of content creators who were really good at just actually having fun playing a game and playing in their own pace. And yeah, it was something that I had to relearn. Not to look at a tutorial or guide, not to look at how other people are doing things, just going into a game blindly. And playing at my own pace. And just enjoying running around and blue goblin. Or digging the trench, the canal for the water. And so we slowly walk around, speak to ghosts if we find one, open a chest if we find one. And not being on the lookout for specific things, and then feeling bad if we don't find them, but just being happy about the things we do find. Every now and then I do take a look at the minimap to orient myself. Alright, and here's the place. The kind of thing I talked about earlier. It's like right out spring and the magic using some of our mana and reactivate it. Then it's producing water again, which allows us to plant some things around it. So we plant some grass around it, to reduce the water absorption, evaporation, I mean, and hopefully when we leave it at that, and then come back later, the next time we are here, it'll look a little bit greener. Actually, we might even want to put a cactus here, or two. So we have something to eat when we're here. And there should be a teleporter here as well. Maybe up that cliff. No. Oh, right next to me. We barely have enough mana to activate it, which means we probably don't have enough mana to use the teleporter, since it's fixed. That's okay. So what's that? It's a spirit data, that's the kind of ghost I was talking about earlier, but we don't have the technology yet to talk to them. So, I figure it might be nice to, if we find more flowers like this, which we can eat for mana, then use the teleporter back to, not our base, but to, right, the temple, which gives us mana. During the night at least. Oh, there's stuff lying around that I can't pick up because my inventory is full. No? Why? Oh, that's a plant that's still growing. I see. Is it too close? No? Should have space. Just need to wait. See if there's a new dialogue option here. There is actually. Okay. Let's take a look. Listen. Ah, the other gods. It's true we will need their help. I was just hoping it would not be so soon. You see? We were not all in agreement about the creation. I don't know, is he talking about me as a person or as a species? Okay, too slow. First is Glad, in the center of the canyons. The canyons were his city, and he was its center. He had the power to shape the land, and may be willing to grant that power to you. Next is Strike, or Strigger. She's the goddess of the storm. Her home is the Salt Flats. It's not what it once was. She'd be angry. She was against your creation, believing humans were irredeemable, so she's talking about us as a species. If you can gain her favor, she may grant you the power of the winds, the power of light. Lastly is Horus in the mountains. We have 3 more gods like Naya to find and save. The god of time is cryptic, but you are not yet ready to journey that far. I would recommend starting your journey by either finding Gleb in the canyons or Strigger in the Salt Flats. I like the idea of flying more than I like the idea of shaping the lands. At least for now. So, try to find the salt flats. Let's teleport back. I'm running in circles. Okay, got it. I do need to find the teleporter. So now we see a little bit of where the water is flowing. And that's every time we look, there's more. And if we go to some of the nearby springs and activate them now, maybe we can have some of the water flow down back here as well. Not this one, but the one behind. Yeah. Oh, that might be difficult to get the water out of here, but let's activate the spring anyhow. Thinking about this place would look like, or could look like, if we increase the water flow and where it will go. So naturally it will just collect in here and that's it. But maybe we can throw our trench somewhere else. But I think this is good enough for now. And just leave it like that. But again, we plant a little bit of grass and protection from the sun and the wind. Some of it might get drowned by the water and die again, but it's okay. We will just replant it. Okay. Doesn't leave us too much mana. But we have enough for now. We also spent the day here. For example, extending this trench. I didn't expect the water to follow this path. This is already interesting. I expected it to flow around more the left side. I think I would prefer that as well. Or we don't, or we just because one of the ideas I had last stream That was when I was standing on the cliff, I believe, just looking down, was to find a way. Oh, that's such a pipe dream. That's not. Because it would need like a lot of piping, so to speak, to get the water all the way over here and flood this entire area. I think that would look really cool if you could make a lake this large. But just looking at the height that the water is starting, there's an enemy. Yeah, we need to find a way to channel the water all the way here. And that would probably require the tools we get later on. But if we wanted to start this now, I'd want to not have the water flow down there just yet. So maybe we increase the height here, stop the flow of the water, and hit the trench here. Something like this. Need to figure out how to path around the rocks, or do we just leave them there? But if we leave them there, then we can't build the canal by building up, or by building down. Wait, for some reason I went the wrong direction. Whoopsie. Okay, so this is where we want to go, so we kind of do need to path around the rocks there. Maybe we want to connect it here. So find it, I'll plant a cactus and maybe some other stuff, so it's easy to find. These plants will die, but it's okay, they are just a landmark for now. Let's give them some water so they don't die too fast. So this is where we have. Can we see it from here? Barely. Can we still see it? Yes. Something like this. And then on the left and right of this, we increase the rain. Giving it some room. And all of that is going to be a lot of work. And we're not going to do all of it right now. I'm just putting enough to hint at it, to know what the idea was if we come back later, and to visualize the idea for you guys. Right there you can see the plants I planted as a landmark in the distance. Or maybe you can't. It's difficult for me to see, and I don't know how good the quality is on the other end of the screen. I hope it's visible. Basically where the tornado is right now. So if it's difficult for me to see, it might be even more difficult for you. Right, and if we don't fill in enough land here, then it would just try to drown this entire area. Obviously it can't because it's too much. Yeah, we need to fill in a lot of land here. So much. Our own small aqueduct canal. Alright, let's put in some grass as well. And that's another way you can spend daytime in this game. Just playing around with the water in your base. Because sometimes you need to wait out the daytime to recover your mana. Just like real life. Just kidding. I'm not a witch, I promise. Okay. So now that we have new mana, or that it's night. Maybe I'm a bit of a witch, but I'm not calling myself one. My mom used to call me. Actually a couple of people. Lovingly, by the way, not as an insult. And she used other words as well. That might be more accurate too. Her view of the world. Damn rich. Okay, so we prepared some sunburst shrubs to give protection from the sun. We prepared some grass. All of those need to grow still. Oh right, and I wanted to expand the water flow even more. The base itself is at maximum level at the moment, but we can go to the nearby springs and activate those. There's one over there. This one here. Okay, so this one is active, and the idea is to channel the flow of this spring back into the base as well. But that's also going to be a bit of a project. here. Yeah, it should start overflowing here eventually. You don't need to be incredibly accurate in any of this, because as long as it flows downhill, it will probably end up somewhere near our base from here. And that's probably not gonna reach, it's probably going to evaporate before it reaches the base, but we can expand the water amount later. Okay, digging around the stones here. The overkill might be too much. Here you can see, just looking up the sill, now you can kind of see how I'm trying to manipulate the water. Back into the base. Preparing all of this long before the water reaches a point where it actually does overflow down the stream. Okay, maybe we expand the spring, because I have a good feeling about it. And we go back to our base, and don't forget to actually pick up the extra mana before it's day again. A couple of other things we are going to do is it's our mushrooms to make more potions. Oh yeah, good timing, because our bag is full as well, so using up ingredients now is a good thing. Healing potions. Check our inventory. See if there's anything else to maybe stack away for now. No, looking good. Alright, let's go back and increase the water flow even more. Oh, the water isn't quite going where I wanted it to. So, making minor adjustments. ghost attacking us. Oh, actually, I don't want to plant a sunburst trap here, because that's too close to the stones. I was thinking of maybe using the stones as a path later on. So instead, let's plant the things here. They're in a dry area right now, but if we just channel a little wider, we should reach that area. This is probably not deep enough here right now. It will overflow somewhere else first, but it will take some time to fill it as well. Don't need to do all of it now. One second expansion for the spring. These outside springs can only be expanded 2 times, not 5 times like the base. And refilling our mana. I'm really happy with how our base is going. I like it. It's pretty. This part is working out as intended as well. Okay. There was one more spring to the east, but that's far away. I don't think it's... yeah, probably one hill again, so doesn't help making a large lake here. Maybe later. But we can expand the spring to the west like 1 or 2 times and see probably not. I don't see this spring reaching the required amount. Or maybe. So you can see that this area is built all the way. I don't know how high it can get, but I'd say it's about this height, so I would need to carve out everything that's higher than where I'm standing right now. That's a lot of digging to do. So, yeah, I need to reach this is if this is water level. It's even deeper than I thought. So to make a path here. Yeah, that's too much for now. I'll wait until I have power tools for this one. I'm calling them power tools, it's such a word. Doesn't fit the vibe of the game. Power magic. Earth magic. Lit earth magic. ancestral lilies. Planting those. And once they grow, they will give flower petals that are even more mana rich than the white and red ones. Also, let's plant one spoiled one. I just want to see if it does anything. Not the spoiled one, a tainted one. An evil one. Too crowded, it says. Here maybe? So this was, I picked this seed up from one of the corrupted areas, so I wanna know if it corrupts the area around it or it does something like it, or if it's just a different color. Curious about it. But it will take a lot of time until we see. No. Cacti. Alright, where to go next? We still have some mana left. So, we could go here and activate this spring. And was this on a cliff? Kind of, right? Yeah, this is a spring on a cliff. Oh, I'm out of stone. That's new. I don't think I have an easy way to generate stone at the moment. And let's just keep on exploring. And I believe we know that one of the gods that we're looking for, Sturgr, was, I think that was the name, her name, was a female god, it said, was on the salt plain, and that area over there very much looks like a salt plain. And there's also yeah, places we haven't looted yet, so we might find more stone which we need. That area, the temple there looks like there's a ghost at night. The friendly one is spirit, not a ghost. To get more skill points. Yes, finding stone. It's nice. Touching on the topic of my mother's spirituality, or mine, so to speak, which isn't quite mine. I'm not really esoteric. I'm just always been told by people who are that I should be, or that I am, that I have strong magic. Which isn't true, but it's a big compliment, so I'm not saying no. Yeah. Something I also wanted to touch on in my character design, basically. There's a rework incoming soon enough. Also, we can immediately tell that we're in a new biome here, because there's new loot, new trees. Need to figure out what else we can do here. Oh, and there's what's interesting? A shrine that we can't activate yet. Let's put a mark on the map. Get my head. Oh, and we are taking damage from first. Oh, is it because it's salt flats? Am I losing water faster in this biome? That would be annoying. Looks like it. There's a symbol for debuff in the top left. That would be annoying. I hope we find a way to deal with that. Maybe open a spring around here, or at the very least the teleporter, so we can get here when we are like fully filled. New kind of consumable, mysteries, maybe those will help. There's the teleporter up here. I should have enough stone by now. Yeah. And some whale sound in the distance. Okay. So we got the teleporter. I think we are out of acorns, so if we find another... yeah, I'm out of water really quickly. Even if we find another teleporter, we wouldn't be able to use it right now. Ooh, what do I get from Miss Berries if I eat them? 5 water, that's good. That's even more than a cactus. I'll plant some in my base, so I have enough of them. And don't need to rely on finding them in the wild. And there would be a water source right there. Let's see if we have enough stone by now to activate it. Oh, this is cleaning a spring, not activating a spring. So, another skill we need to unlock. Okay, let's go back to base. Out of water. Drink, drink, drink. Checking all the corners of the base while we're here. See, the water isn't always flowing the way you want to, but also it's glitching a little bit. I don't think the water physics are simulating everything in real time, but some of it is caged, or I don't know how it works, but point is that it's not incredibly reliable. Yeah, but this area is in a good spot as well. And every time we're here, we are just digging a little bit more. This game would be so much cooler if it had even more stuff to play with water. Like if you could do the things you can do in Timberbone with just having a little, a few pumps and having aqueducts or levers to open and close things. I have this with many games that I played it. I enjoy them for what they are, but I'm missing for what they could be. So this would also be a nice path for the water to flow. It would look good along this curvature. Too late. Well, not too late. Maybe we get enough water out of it to have the best of both worlds here. Yeah, I don't like how the water is pitching through these cracks here. It's only at a certain distance, so should be okay, but always planting the grass to extend the flow of the water even more. Now, do we want the water to flow along the left or the right side of the stone over there? Both of you, I'm not sure. Might even try to have it pass around both ways. I think connecting into this is the better idea. And then we would like it to go left of this stone. something like this. I'm just hinting at the path, it's not the right side might be slightly better just because it requires less digging. So this channel obviously isn't deep enough to actually control the flow of the water. But yeah, again, that's hinting at the path I want the water to take. So I can make it good later. Doesn't this look well? No, it doesn't. It doesn't look nice yet, but it will. You need right now. It looks nice if you use your imagination. And the more we work on it, the less imaginative power you need. Or you could still keep using it and make it even better. A lot of the times that's how you need to read books or watch movies. Especially with light novels, I realized. I'm reading a bunch of light novels and web novels and not fanfics, but basically amateur writing, so it's at the level of fanfics can be. And a lot of them have like really interesting stories or characters, but the writing is kind of repetitive or bland. So in those cases, I feel like what you need to do is like be the own director of the movie in your mind. That is, you take the story just as the story. And this is assuming the case where the story is the part that you liked, and then you make things better in your mind. And you might argue that, well, isn't that just every book? And obviously, okay, sure, it's a good point, but what I'm trying to say is sometimes you need to be more deliberate about it to enjoy a book, and it's a good practice, good skill to have to make things enjoyable in your own mind, to make things more entertaining than they are by your own power. And I feel like Wildmender is the kind of game where it also applies, because this can also apply to games where the story in the mind is sometimes the more interesting part. The story you write yourself. This young grass is too close to the water. It's blocking me from digging here. eventually there are other ways to increase the amount of water here as well, but we don't have the tech or the resources for it at the moment. But yeah, just imagine ourselves, we are the water right now, right? And how do we flow from here? Looks good. We flow nicely. Into the base. Okay, let's... Alright, and I wanted to plant the new types of berry that I found. Now where's a good spot for those? Maybe along this river here? Yeah, let's plant. How many do we have? 8, I believe. How close can they be to each other? Not too close. We will need some space. This is dry at the moment, so need to get more water here. Two more to plant. Looking good. It's looking good. Okay. Oh, and right here. Then where do we go now? So we want to explore the salt flats, but we don't have the water capacity at the moment. Let's see if we can upgrade any of our skills. Handling empathy is nice. So now we can maybe talk to one of the blue spirit enemy ghosties. Oh, how can I survive in the salt flats? So maybe we unlock attack this way by talking to him. The plants you can still find in the salt flats must have a way of storing water. Yeah, I did find some mist berries. They do store water, but it's not too much. Okay, and he's telling me to use skill upgrades. Medicines. So this is improved healing tonics. Let's take a look at the crafting bench. What kind of recipe it is. Trickster treats. Big seed. Doesn't look like anything for water. At least not directly. Maybe one of the skills we don't have yet. Raking spring, one stones is raking spring. Probably not the same as pure spring. Yeah, this is the one we need. Purifying ritual. So that's quite far out in the skill tree. So I guess if we want to progress, we need to find more of the ghosts. And mostly spiritual ghosts. So let's take a peek. Oops, didn't need to cancel. Taking a look at the minimap. Oh, the next one is already really far out there. I don't know if I can do that without getting the things I need from them first. I mean, we can try. And see how far we can get when we want to go there. But I think that is in the salt flat. And I'm looking for the ghost. So that traveling the salt flat becomes easier, so... It's putting the horse before the cart? No, wait, the cart before the horse. Right, it's that direction. Maybe it's outside the salt flats. Hard to tell. Let's climb up here and try to go around first. So what I'm looking at right now is top left next to my status bar are the status icons to see whether or not I'm taking a debuff from salt flat. My first water consumption. Seems fine for now. Just influenced by the sun and wind. Now I'm taking a debuff. So using the skill I got from fighting the boss, or from being the god last time. I don't think I actually used it after I got it, but in cases like this it's quite nice. Let's see if there's anything new here. Sky, so it's a blue lily, that's nice. Wild berries, mist berries, sorry, also nice. And orange star flower. Is that blue? Flower and seed of a spindlewood tree. Can be made into a tea. Okay. I probably can't. Yeah, clean. Let's bring over there. I can. Oh, I don't have the icon. Right. I talked about this earlier and then I forgot. I'm probably not going to find any icons around here. So let's just get the ghost and then move back home. Couple of enemies over there, and I want to avoid. Let's hope I have enough water. Oh right, I should have used my other part of the memory seed here, the one that makes bridges. This one. Yeah, let's pick up the loot here. And the ghost should spawn any second now. Down there, okay. Ancient ghost. Okay, sounds interesting. Oh, anything away? You can eat the mist berries. Wondering what it does. Now I'm looking for the next teleporter, because I read this in a tooltip in one of the game loading screens. I didn't know this, but now that I read it, it's good to know. As you can use the teleporters to go back home, even if you don't reactivate them. You just can't teleport to them if they are not activated. At least, yeah. Never tried it, but that's what the tooltip says. Okay. I'm hoping to find a teleporter up here. Looks like there is. Maybe there's even an acorn here, but I don't think they grow in this biome. Okay, good enough. Or not? No, you can't. Nice. Need to think about what to put in, what to put away, what to plant, because we have a lot of stuff in our inventory. Like, these are not needed anymore. Maybe we just eat them. Oopsie. Maybe we have some more. Oh, we could do this now. Neutralize poison and speed recovery. Okay. Sure, let's make one of those. And one of those. One more. Just two. Remove some of the items in our inventory. Here's some space. And yeah, one of the things I wanted to do this stream is trying to get this area greenish. So to do that, I think I've had this earlier in the game, so I probably forgot something. Probably need to talk at the god Naya at the temple once more. I think I left out some dialogue options. Let's check this one out as well. Okay, no options here. And we can also plant a new color, the blue lilies, and see if there's anything interesting. So we got 4 of them. Planting them around the edge. Maybe I'll plant some white lilies next to them as well, just to see if it creates a new color, like a white, lighter blue or something. But didn't find any here, never mind. Alright, there's an acorn here, that's good. Another acorn. Acorns are really useful. I was missing one just a moment ago. That's probably a seed I don't need right now. Okay, let's check out the dialogue options. I didn't know what to look at. How can I get this trick? Wish we didn't have need of Strix's help. See not the way. So she's angry. Strix's temple, or what's left of it, you will find in the salt flats. We know that much, yes. But how do we cross them? What was once an island in the ocean is now a mountain in a desert. She might not be as happy with me as I was. But she will at least understand what we hope to accomplish. The saltwoods are inhospitable. We will need to take care not to succumb to dehydration. Thank you. What? But if we succeed and earn her approval, she may grant you powers of wind and flight. But my question was how to get there. Was interesting to know, but didn't answer my question. Sigil gates, we know this already. So by the time she tells us all this information, I think there's no way that they are. This is a little bit of a storytelling design mistake. There's no way not to know this already by the time you get here. Because, at the map, right? You always need to climb up here, and there's the fight. You might die a couple of times, so there's no way you don't want to activate the gate before you come here. So we found the talisman. What does the talisman do? What's the talisman now? Enhanced talisman. It's not an item anymore. Oh, it's a new item. It's okay. Can go firebolts now. Or flamethrower. It's probably useful to remove plants that... Yeah, I want to plant elsewhere. I can create nest drops which allow me to remove corruption from land. More powerful ways to return the land to a verdant green. One of the most prevalent plants in this part of the world was the sunburst shrub. Yes, we know that one. With a little bit of application of our spirit, we can help them to remember the past and create the Meadow Mother. So unlocked some new skill. So let's try that. Our base. Yeah, we'll do it that day. Use the night. Maybe unlock that water over there. And we still have access to the free mana. Or we only have an hour though. Let's see if we have quick enough. Probably not. Maybe one more. Spawn. It's the day. You can try to run my level, maybe? No, if I do that, then I don't have enough mana to report back. So we'll leave it like this. Plant some grass here. And like I thought this spring, there's no way that if we dig to the west, back to our base, which is the direction of this light pillar, yeah, there's no way to get the water all the way to this. So this will be just a local water source for now. Maybe, just maybe. Let's walk the way back, even though we could teleport if we wanted to. Just to see what it would take. Because maybe we could create a water source up here at the next technology level. And then the water could flow this way, maybe. Maybe it's not as impossible as I believed initially. Alright, another way to extend the water is by making the sun protection sigils. I made one and then totally forgot about it. So yeah, there's still more ways to increase the amount of water we have access to. Not quite yet at the end of our vid. Since it's day now, let's create a meadow mother. An impressive display. Look around at the changes you've brought to life. This turns all the soil we have to meadow, to grass. Doesn't this look nice? Not all of it, but quite a lot. And the sun drop bursts as well, turning pink. Oh, and it appears that some of the resources regenerated here. Oh, is it because it's a sandstone? It looks kind of different, right? Maybe it's just me. By the way, I accept and happily take all those resources. Yes, and is it because it's daytime or is it... You can really see how it's pulling back the water, maybe? No? Some of this area turned into meadow as well. That's good to know. Not quite at the moment. We'll turn this into the bridge stone. Maybe we have something in our inventory. Yes. How much? Asking for? 15. Yes, we can do that. Might even create a second one. How big is the range? I'm not quite covering the stone. I'm not quite reaching the stone. So this would cover the next steps. Two more mana. Could eat this one. That feels like important. See some other recipe. Oh, there's a sandstorm. Definitely look at the sandstorm approaching. And the music is changing as well. It's not on a mini-map though. I hope it doesn't damage the plants. And I also... Yeah, I lost you used to have a lean-to here, right? Yeah. That I had to make in the tutorial. Let's see if it protects me. Oh, I don't even know if I take damage if I'm in the sandstorm. Look. So, yeah, that damages me. Okay, interesting. Does it damage the plants? Probably. Maybe. It does damage my buildings. So maybe I do need to make the sigil stones that protect against storms. Doesn't look like anything actually died. But they did take damage. Oh, you can apply poultry to plants as well. Didn't know that. Okay, let's check back. What did this do? It did kill some of the things here, it looks like. Yeah, I killed some of the young grass that wasn't that didn't mature yet. So what are the other sigil stones even for? Our sigil increased harvest yields, okay. Sorceress. Okay. It doesn't look too interesting. So instead we extend the range of this. That sun shrub is covered. So we plant this one out here. Need to replant some of the rest. I believe it also died, not just because of the sandstorm, but also because the water stopped reaching all the way here. Yeah, the dune grass that was watered enough survived. And once it's night, the water flows further. Maybe we just need more coverage in the sun shrub. Anyhow. Yeah, we got some of our base. Isn't that nice? So, considering the idea of planting sun shrub on the right side of this river, even though initially my idea was to use these stones kind of like a path and not have sun shrub here, but looking at the stones right now, doesn't feel like they're gonna end up as a beautiful path. Anyhow. So let's plant some shrubs. Yeah, this getting this part here right turns out to be more difficult than I hoped, because right now the water's going all the way up to here, meet further. And during the day, it retracts back because it evaporates even earlier. And that way, it's killing the plants, which then makes the water retract even further again. So this isn't self-sustained, this area. But it's still looking somewhat good. It just looks unfinished. And the base now looks so much better with all the greenery. There was a spirit over here. Can we do them now? Now that we unlock the tech. Also, I see we have some skill points left over as well. We will decide on which to pick. Maybe a different time. That's for okay. There's our little friend. There maybe? And there he is. Now, you're asking for food and water. Oh, and you also have the quest with Seeker's Offering. We can do that as well. Oh, and that gives us even more memories. Nice. Create a life spark requires an acorn. Let's make it. And let's invite you home using some of our food. Okay. Spirit data. Are you following us now? Or do we... Okay. Oh, I'm excited. Our first trend. And we can talk to them. Oh, no, nothing to say at the moment. Okay, we're home. Now what? Belong here. But what do they do? Not sure. But one of the things he did was let us create this life spark. So let's see what happens if we heal the tree. growing some leaves. That's nice. Do we do more? No. Ah, but we can expand it. Spring now even more. I hope we have enough resources. Yeah, lots of running out of flint. Mud or fresh mud sunburst? Creates meadow habitat on suitable terrain. So let's try and turn some of this area into meadow. To do that, maybe we want to replant something else. Maybe this one we replant further down. And then create a mother sunburst somewhere here. Just taking a look to see if it starts instantly or if it needs to grow first. And also sing for growth. Okay, probably need to wait for it to grow. So we're looking for more flint again, and some of the resources were fresh with the last sandstorm, so maybe we can just look around locally to find some. For example here, but it's probably just a plant. Hoping that something else got hit by the sandstorm as well. Nope, that doesn't look like it. So we'll probably need to explore the map a little bit more before we find new resources. Yeah, but there are a lot of plant things to find here now that this area is blooming. Maybe we teleport somewhere else. Keeping here for some time and hoping to find some random flint lying around. Also taking another peek at how this area developed since we opened the spring. So, yeah, like I said, they created a small puddle here, and it's not too easy to redirect it anywhere else. But that's okay, it's a nice place for a paddle. Hoping for the random wind spot here. But one I probably need to be more northeast. But judging from how the minimap developed, it looks like I haven't been northeast yet from this position. So if I see this correctly, there's gonna be another teleporter in the tower. We have enough mana to... Oh, we don't have acorns, maybe? Yeah, so let's loot this area. Hope for some acorns and flint. There's our acorn, so we can activate the teleporter. Another one. Nice, nice, nice. One of the reasons I'm kind of low on acorns is because I didn't plant any in the home base yet. Home oasis. So it would be around. Yeah, might be nice to do that. Plant some acorns in our base. Have a nice strong tree growing. You can tell how big they can grow just by looking at those that are here. A lot of mushrooms here as well. I don't have need for them at the moment. Oh. Drink a sip of my tea. Doesn't look like there's too much flint here. So before we reactivate the teleporter and go back home, I'd like to find just one flint. One. Actually, I'd like more than one. But one would be enough. Maybe we climb up there. Even if there's nothing up there itself, it's just a good vantage point to see around. Plot across where else to go, but oftentimes see there's a stone up here, up the cliffs. Makes sense kind of as well. Now let's hope it's not just sandstone. Yes, that's our flint. Flint number 1. Flint number 2. 3 flint. And the copper. Even. There would be a spring somewhere here as well to reactivate. Oh, there it is. I see it. I see it. But I want to take one more peek, like I said, using the vantage point, just to see if there's any more stone around. Doesn't look like it. Okay, then back down we go. We don't even need to reactivate it. By the way, do I have an ancient acorn? Yeah, I do have an ancient acorn. That's what I... So, for the base, I might wanna plant the ancient acorn, which looks a bit more impressive once it grows. Yeah, one of the more annoying parts of the game is inventory management, because it's limited and every color of plant has its own inventory slot, and then it's its own inventory slot if it's spoiled or not, or dry or not. So that is something that I feel would be nice if it was easier, or if there were some ways to automate it even better. But it's still good for what it is. Now let's think about a nice spot for this ancient acorn. Too crowded, so it needs a lot of space, obviously, but it also needs to be kind of close to the water, so it's not easy to place. But it can be some distance. It can draw water from quite some distance. But I don't like how close it is to the shrubs. But it's okay. This is where it's gonna be. So we did that. Wanted to use the flint to expand the spring here. And 8. Nice. So this should give us some more 1 mile. Oh, and I flooded the stone. Didn't mean to. So that means we need to increase the wall here. I had an inkling this might happen. Now, the unfortunate part about having to create this sand barrier here is that it's quite possible that once there's new stones spawning in to dig up, that they are glitched inside an area where they are inaccessible. Also, does my landmark still stand? It's still alive here. I'm surprised. Some of it died, probably to the sandstorm. Yeah, but this one survived. This is where I want the water to go. And dig straight to the sunburst shrub. quite a nice path. And the usual spiel of planting the dune grass. Yeah, sometimes once there's like a pedal like this, there's a glitch where it thinks it's still connected to the source and never disappears. So this might just be here for the rest, for the end of time. Yeah, we will see. I might also just reload once the game restarts. Yeah, isn't this nice? Mistberry bushes are growing as well. Might even try to expand one more string somewhere. dune grass I planted earlier probably drowned and died, so that's why I need to replant it here. What might still be somewhere in here. Water here is too deep for me to stand. Alright, and we can put down one more sigil for sun protection, like that one. I can peek at what the range is. So this one is protected all the way to this universe seed. So this would give good protection. Looks like the water physics here. Yeah, nice. There's a lot of water collecting here. Didn't expect it to be this much. Okay, I'm out of dune grass. That's new. Even though there's so much around. In the new skills, we have a lot of spiritual skill points. Okay, sure. Let's take a peek. But we need to use it. Oh, that's for the springs. Okay, that's not for... Okay, let's try it then. There. And the sun sigil doesn't have access to enough powers that restore mana. Yes. So let's put some more here. Don't have flowers themselves in my inventory right now. So that was good enough. The Awakened Spring. Oh, so this is the first time we're using rock crystal. Interesting. And it will probably allow us to, yeah, increase the limit of the expand spell. And now we're out of flintstone again. Oh, but it's instantly increased the range of the river. See it? Oh, wave attack, okay. Let's pull them out of the base, so don't spread too much corruption or to destroy the plants. Also, let's try out our new flame talisman. Looks decent. But it did corrupt a little bit of the terrain. Annoying. Oh, I just realized I'm already too high in sea level. Too low. I need to reach this side basically. Yeah, I need to pick up again in a moment. Or maybe not, maybe I can just create a bigger barrier here. Yeah, that's basically the point, isn't the sea level here, but the sea level of the barrier. So, as long as this is higher, bring that around, then we will have basically a little lake or an area where the water is a bit deeper. At least that's how it should be if water physics were somewhat accurate. I feel like they tricked a little bit. I feel like they water flow doesn't always make sense, the water flow and physics. And that can be annoying in games when things they look like they are simulated really well, but they are not. I think one of the SimCity games had that issue, right? Where most of the game is about traffic management, even more so than actually building the city. And then they had like pedestrians who would teleport around because they couldn't make it work otherwise. And that kind of defeats the whole purpose of the game, right? And you play to master the simulation, and the game cheats for you because they made the simulation not too difficult per se, but too inaccurate. And yeah, then things break if you would do them when you play in a way where you expect that things behave somewhat similar to what they should do in real life. Or if you are thinking they're simulated, but they are actually just an illusion. Oh, I'm starving and thirsting. Whoopsie. And I do have food here. Now it's almost noon in game, so let's climb up the cliff again and take a peek at our base from uphill, because I want to see how it looks now. And I feel like it's gonna... I'm not turning around right now deliberately to wait until we're up there. And yeah, once you're there, I'm gonna slowly start to prepare to end the stream. Alright. Oh, it's actually not that impressive, but it's a small green spot in the vast desert. And you can see the water that we are drawing from all the way over there. And you can see some of the blue there at my cursor. And once the first oak trees start growing, it's gonna be even bigger. Let's sit down again. for example. Too crowded, it's the sun shop. The sun shop is taking space. And maybe I should plant not so many sun shrubs. I'll leave planting acorns for next time we play this. Now I'll just place ourselves right here. Now you can see how beautiful it looks compared to where we started. Yeah, let's end the episode here. Thanks for sticking around. Any feedback is very welcome. Still trying to grow my skills as a streamer. I know there's a long to-do list that I'm aware of already, but if there's something you think I might have overlooked, please let me know. If you want to help out, join the team. I do have a Discord set up, but it's not public yet, but look out for that. Yeah, and see you around. Bye bye, see you.